After the callout shortcode, we have the call to action shortcodes, and I have two of them. I have the regular call to action and then call to action small. Um, let's make some call to action boxes. So the shortcode is call to action. We have the icon color, the icon name, the title, title color, the button label, the link, and the target, and then the alignment of the button, background color or an image, and the opacity of the entire box. Let me get the actual content of the box. Let's put it there and see what we have. Okay, we have the call to action box and a different shadow on a mouse over. The button that I'm using is the theme button, so depending on the theme, the how the button is going to look, it's going to be different. This is how the button looks on this for this particular theme. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to change the background color. Let's make it yellow, the background. Again, you can put the hexadecimal value for it, or simply the name of the color, in this case yellow. Okay, so far so good. Now, instead of a color, let's say I want to use an image. So I'm gonna go get the URL of the image. Let's use the car. I'm gonna press Ctrl A to highlight the URL, Ctrl C to copy it, and instead of yellow, I'm now going to say URL, open parentheses, the URL of the image, and then close it. Now I have, as the background of that box, I have the car. And I have a couple of issues that I have to take care of. The first one is that the car is barely visible. Got the top part of the image, so let's fix that before anything else. So after the bracket, space, center, center. So the image now is going to be displayed from the center of the image. So we should be able to see more of the car. Okay. But now it created another problem. The text is not visible, and let's fix that. And while I'm doing that, I also want to make the title and the icon, the font awesome icon, to white. And I want to make the image, the background image, to have a parallax effect. So I'm gonna use the setting of fixed. So let's do all that with one go. So the icon color white, the title color white, the image after center space fixed, and finally I'm gonna use the alert box the same way we did with the sections, and put a semi-transparent box on it. So open alert type section, and that should take care of it. Alright, perfect. Now there's one little modification to make it look a little bit better. I want to add a little bit of space between the content, the alert box, and the title. So in order for me to do that, I can use the margin shortcode, or I can use the little brother of that shortcode called space. The space is simply, instead of having putting margins in all directions, it's only going to put a top margin. So we're gonna do that right before the alert box. Space. By default, it's gonna come by 200 pixels. Change that to 20. Okay. And there's a little bit of space by 20 pixels. Alright, let's go create the two other call to action sections really quickly. And instead of using the regular call to action, we're going to use the call to action small shortcode. And this is not going to take long. Actually, right here, I'm going to create two columns. I'm going to copy that, and that. Close the gap a little bit. Alright, and the only difference between the as far as the syntax of the two shortcuts go, one is ends with a CTA, call to action, and the other one is CTA-small. And you're going to see the visual differences between the two in a second. And if I did everything correctly, we should be able to see the results. Alright, so the difference between the regular call to action and the call to action small is that the icon goes on top of the title as opposed to next to it, and the button of the regular call to action is much bigger, but on the call to action smaller version, the small version, it's gonna show the regular size, the regular artistier theme size button, as you will. And the last thing I want to say, that another thing that I changed as far as the plugin code goes, there's a space now between the columns. In the Theme City plugin, the columns they're attached to each other. So in my case, I'm putting a little bit of space between them. And that's all when it comes to call to action shortcodes.